Welcome to the first in a series of videos about strategies for emergent bilinguals, or EBs. Today's video will be a condensed overview of John Seidlitz's first strategy, teach students what to say when they don't know what to say. These first couple of videos are coming from John Seidlitz's book, 7 Steps to a Language-Rich Interactive Classroom. I have copies of this book available if you would like to read it. Have you ever been in a situation where you don't know what to say? Think about a time where a teacher asked you a question and you don't have an answer, and the teacher is looking at you and waiting for you to respond. You can feel the pressure inside you build, and you want to get out of that situation. Now, imagine you're in a school in a new country where you're learning the language and your teacher is asking you to respond to a question. What do you say? I don't know. Do you hope the teacher lets you off the hook? If you're the teacher, do you let them off the hook? This is a quote from John Seidlitz that really stresses the importance of not accepting I don't know or letting students off the hook when you ask them a question. This is coming from his book, Sheltered Instruction in Texas. As teachers who work with diverse students, such as ELs, one of the biggest challenges facing us is the phenomenon known as learned helplessness. It seems that as parents and teachers, we actually train students to be helpless. Every time we ask students to respond to a question or perform a task and fail to hold them accountable for their response or performance, we send them a message. You are not expected to achieve. By teaching students how to help themselves, we enable them to overcome learned helplessness and really become independent learners. It is not enough just to tell students to think for themselves and try harder. We have to teach many of our students, especially ELs, the language and habits of independent learners so that they can become independent learners. Teaching our students how to acquire helpful information when they are confused and teaching them to think about the steps involved in reaching a specific goal gives them skills they can use inside and outside of the classroom. Now, this strategy requires absolutely no prep on your part as the teacher. Well, I shouldn't say no prep. You need about that much prep. All you need is a poster, similar to the one I have behind me. This one will be included in the email where I said the video. And this simply says what to say instead of I don't know. And when the students when you ask the students a question and they honestly they're not responding, you come up to this poster and you kind of read through the choices that you have on the poster. May I please have some more information? Ask that to the students. See if they want more information. Ask them if they would like to ask a friend for help. Now, the key one with this one is if the student says yes, give the entire class liberty to ask each other. This way, that student who didn't know what to answer, when they're talking to their friend, they're not singled out. And it's going to lower that student's affective filter in the classroom. And also, I can guarantee most of your other kids in the class, they may not know either, and it'll be beneficial for all of them to discuss. The next one, would you please repeat the question? Sometimes students when you ask them a question, they're translating your question into their native language, thinking about the question, and now they're having to translate their answer back to English to respond to you. And sometimes in that, they can get confused on what the question was and may need more help. Last one, may I please have some time to think? It's exactly that, wait time. Now, good strategy with this one is once you give that student the wait time, move on to the next question, on to somebody else. But let that student know, I'm coming back to you. I'm going to go to this next question, this next student. You think about your answer, and I'll come back to you. And that's the thing with all of these. You're holding that student responsible for their learning and for their answer for that question. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, please respond. Email me. I'm Tim Scott. I'm here for any of your questions. Thank you very much. Have a great day.